all the garbage, all the unwanted material were discharged untreated into not only the river Palar but to the roadsides, also to the agricultural fields, waterways, and to the open land. So, all these effluents, unwanted effluents, were discharged without any primary treatment on the open land, on the agricultural land, into the river Palar, which is considered as the main source of water for the resident of that area. Also, they were discharging effluents in the open land. So, what was the result? This discharge resulted into the degradation of the quality of the land, as well as the water of this river was become unusable due to the presence of the pollutants, and the agricultural land lost its fertility due to this discharge of tanneries activity or tanneries effluents. Again, as it was discharged on roadside also, it also created nuisance to the residents of that place, as the river Palar was the main source of water for this particular region. Again, the PIL was filed by this Vellore Citizen Welfare Forum, and Supreme Court also held, as it was held in the Ganga Pollution Act, whereby Supreme Court reiterated the principle of polluters pay and precautionary principle. These two principles were again discussed in this Vellore Citizen Welfare Forum, that the one who is polluting the environment is liable to pay the remedies. So, it is called the polluters pay and precautionary principle, which means we must take precautions before we do something wrong. So, this is called the precautionary principle, and both these principles were used by Supreme Court in this Vellore Citizen case, and Supreme Court held that principle of polluter pays was reiterated by the apex court, and it was stated that the onus of proof is on the actor or the developer or industrialist to show that his action is environmentally benign. It is the duty of the actor, the person who acts. It is the duty of the industrialist. It is the duty of the person or the owner of that activity, that his activity is in connection with environment, or the meaning of benign is it is consistent with. To consistent with something is called the benign. So, it is the duty of the actor, the polluter, so-called polluter, to establish that his activity is not a pollution. So, this onus of proof, onus probandi, was declared by Supreme Court in this Vellore Citizen case. And again, in the very next case of MC Mehta versus Union of India, which is known as Taj Mahal Case or Taj Trapezium Case. In short, it is known as TTZ, Taj Trapezium. T for Taj, second T is Trapezium, and Z for Zium. So, it is also known as Taj Trapezium Case, whereby the fact of the case are like this. The petitioner of this particular case found that the chemical industries and refineries situated at Mathura were the major source of damage to the Taj, as the affluence of this chemical industries and refineries, they were effluating the combined oxygen as well as sulfur dioxide. These chemical industries were discharging effluents in terms of sulfur dioxide, and when this sulfur dioxide is mixed with the oxygen in terms of moist, it will generate the atmosphere of sulfuric acid. So this sulfur dioxide, if it is mixed with moist, it will create the sulfuric acid, which is known as acid rain. So as this chemical industry were discharging effluents of sulfur dioxide, the effect or the result of its mixture with the moist, it was adversely affecting the shine of the national monument Taj Mahal. The building or the monument is constructed with white Italian marbles. The Italian marble is known for its shine and its whiteness. Due to this chemical industries and refineries situated at Mathura, they were affecting this shine and this whiteness of Taj Mahal, and it was also resulted as the black spots on the marble or on the construction of the Taj Mahal. This pollution adversely affected more inside the building of Taj Mahal. These yellow dots gradually magnified as the dirty brown color spots as well as the black spots inside the building of Taj Mahal. Again, further, it was stated in the petition that the inner chamber of Taj Mahal, where the dead body of Shah Jahan and Mumtaz Mahal were lie, that particular chamber is also deteriorated by this kind of acid rain. So the whole chemical industry and the refinery nearby Mathura were adversely affecting the Taj Mahal. So the PIL was filed by again MC Mehta, and Supreme Court also discussed while delivering the judgment the immense importance of Taj Mahal. Supreme Court held in this case that all the 292 industries located and operating in Agra shall stop functioning with the aid of coke or coal in the Taj trapezium. So the industries, the chemical industries or refineries were using coke or coal as the industrial effluent. Now this effluent was stopped being used by these 292 refineries or 292 industries. So the immediate step was taken to stop functioning of any industry if it is using coke or a charcoal as the industrial energy, and to change over themselves to the natural gas as an industrial fuel instead of using coal or coke as the industry's energy. They were told to shift themselves to use the natural gas as industrial fuel. In addition to this direction, Supreme Court also said that the fly ash produced in the process of the functioning of thermal plants may be supplied to the bricks kiln for the construction of bricks. This would be a useful step to eliminate the pollution caused by fly ash. So the industries which were involved in the production of thermal plants, due to these thermal plants, some fly ash were discharged by way of pollutant into the atmosphere. So it was directed by Supreme Court to use this fly ash as for the manufacturing of bricks. So it will be used as raw material to the bricks activities, and in that manner Supreme Court tried to eliminate the environment pollution in the area of Agra nearby Mathura, to safeguard the national, or rather it is the international monument in the Taj Mahal Trapezium case. Then after, in case of rural litigation and entitlement Kendra versus state of UP, the citation is AIR 1987 SC 359. This was the first case of invoking the issues relating to environment and ecological imbalance. The Himalayan range on the northern boundary of India, responsible to regulate the monsoon in the belt. The Himalayan range arranges the monsoon for the region nearby that mountain range. Now some lime quarries. The lime quarrying activities were going on nearby the Dehradun valley and in between Mussoorie. These lime quarries were situated within the city of Mussoorie, outside the city of Mussoorie, in Dehradun valley, and in the nearby Himalayan range. Now the activity like lime quarry is going on. They normally do the blast to mining activities to dig out the minerals from the land. This mining activity also produces dust. It also produces noise pollution. So these activities were resulted into the water pollution, air pollution, noise pollution, and the very important task was the ecological imbalance due to this mining activity. So Supreme Court held that at present the valley is in danger because of erratic, irrational and uncontrolled quarrying of limestone. Whether it is day or night, the quarry activity was going on. So the landscape has been stripped bare of its verdant cover. Green cover today is about only 10% of the area, while from decades ago it was almost 70%. So the mountains were having 70% more greenery on it before a decade. But now due to these limestone quarries, it was reduced to only 10% trees. Again, the limestone quarries in this area are estimated to satisfy roughly 3% of the country's demand for such raw material. So it is also the need of a nation to have the limestone, to have the raw material, and this particular region was providing 3% of the country's demand only from the area nearby Mussoorie and Dehradun valley. Court immediately ordered the closure of certain limestone quarries. Which limestone quarries? The quarries which were situated within the city of Mussoorie. Immediately they were ordered to close these kind of certain limestone quarries which are known due to the committee of this particular case which was established by Supreme Court. This committee considered these closure industries as quarry falling under type B, which means quarries established within the city of Mussoorie and in Dehradun Valley. Again, the principle of sustainable development was also again discussed by Supreme Court, that development should not be done by adversely affecting the environment. So in rural litigation and entitlement Kendra case, again Supreme Court thought that environment is more important than the industrial development. So in environment, in this particular case also, the Supreme Court was of the view that environment should be protected. Dear friend, these are some important cases, yet the list is so on that Shri Ram Food Industries Limited case, Bhopal gas disasters case, the list is so long that if I will discuss, I will take one more lecture on this particular topic. But I would like to conclude with a ray of hope that nowadays it is under the pipeline to establish the environment court separately, which will deal with this kind of environmental issues. Dear friend, I have tried to discuss and I have tried to cover as many possible as cases in this lecture. I hope it will helpful to you to prepare your subject. Thank you very much for listening me.
SANDHAN, All Gujarat Integrated Classroom.
સેટેલાઇટના માધ્યમથી જોડતી કડી એટલે સંધાન.